So welcome back to the channel. So if you've ever lived in an apartment building, you can probably relate to this woman that wrote in because she loves just getting stuff done early in the morning on the weekend. She just wants to get things out of the way. So around 9 in the morning, every weekend, she does her laundry. And her neighbors downstairs can't stand it because I guess they're still sleeping. And you know how loud laundry machines can be if they're right upstairs? Your whole apartment starts shaking and it's just irritating. So she's wondering if she's in the wrong for doing laundry because she's been getting complaints that she's being too loud at 9 in the morning. I personally think that's late enough. I mean, I wake up at, like 6:30 in the morning? I got to take my dog out. So do you think she's being a bad neighbor? Or are they being unreasonable? And if they are being unreasonable, how do you deal with them?
So I would say unreasonable because I think 9 o'clock is pretty decent. Most people are up. You know, they start their job, they start their day, people work out.
So how would you handle things with your neighbor at this point? I mean, would you talk to them about something? Would you go to the front offices, depending on what kind of building it is, and have a discussion with them? What would you do?
I'm pretty open, and I like to be honest. I think I could have a civil one-on-one conversation.
How would you say it nicely to them? Like, look, I'm not going to change what I'm doing.
Oh, boy. Let me think about it.
Kara and Cahoes, is she a bad neighbor or the neighbors being unreasonable?
I would say it's kind of rude of her. I mean, it is the weekend and people do want to sleep in. I would want to sleep in.
Yeah. So you think 9 a.m. is a little bit too early putting yourself in, the neighbor's shoes?
Yes. I would say 10 o'clock would be the best.
Because you're imagining having a washer and dryer thumping upstairs, shaking the whole apartment, and you were probably out last night. You just want to relax a little bit. She's not stopping with it, so you're definitely taking the neighbor's side of this.
Definitely.
Megan in Rotterdam, what do you think?
I don't think she's being a bad neighbor at all. I mean, if you're in a complex, they sometimes do the lawn at 7 a.m., so.
Yep, I've lived somewhere like that too, where I think they started up at 7:30 or 8 in the morning. And for me, that was kind of annoying because that was at the point where I wanted to be able to sleep in a little bit, so.
Yeah, so I think starting at 9 isn't so bad.
Yeah. So what would you tell your neighbors at this point who have been complaining about you?
So she's trying to not be confrontational. She could always suggest, well, if I start at 10, would that be better? Just to kind of make it, like she's trying to work with them. Because, they could always be noisy later if she's going to sleep earlier. So.
Yeah. If the development won't do anything about it, then, they can find ways to make your life annoying.
Right. You don't want to start a war, but at the same time, I don't think she's being unreasonable.
Jen in Arlington, if you were her, what would you do?
Keep doing what you're doing. You can ask them, would 10 o'clock be okay? Or are they wanting her to push it to, the evening / nighttime?
Yeah.
Because then that would be completely unreasonable.
But maybe even if they can come up with a compromise, let's say they go out Friday night, that maybe you can do it Sunday morning instead of Saturday morning, that you just shift it one day.
Yeah, you have to compromise because you're living right next to them.
Take a look at what you had to say up on Facebook. Ray says, I've never even looked at the time when doing laundry, and neither do my neighbors upstairs. If you need to do laundry, do laundry. I do not, however, appreciate them allowing their 2-year-old stomping around all night right above my bedroom. That is definitely rude. Ariel says they just have to deal with it. Not like you're doing laundry at 3 a.m. This is one of the disadvantages of living below someone. They should find a different apartment if it's so bothersome. And finally, Julie says 9 a.m. is not unreasonable in the least. There are pads they can purchase to put under the washer dryer that greatly reduce any vibration no matter what time of day they choose to do laundry. So what do you think? Is doing laundry at 9 in the morning a little bit too early, or is that totally fine to do in an apartment building? Let me know in the comments. And also make sure you hit subscribe if you like this video because we got new ones every Monday through Thursday. Hit like so I can pump it out to more people all across the YouTube algorithm. And we got a couple more videos down below you can check out. And make sure you connect with me all across social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter @OnAirPete.